Big 12, Iowa State, Arizona State. Over-under in this game, 51. Arizona State picked last, like I mentioned before. They're in this game, and they are favored, -2.5 in their first year in the Big 12, like Connor mentioned as well on this show. This is all Arizona State here, guys. Let's not overthink this. They're going to be able to run all over this Iowa State defense with Scadaboo. It's going to be a bloodbath in Dallas, I think. I think Iowa State has been Go ahead, Dylan.
Well, I just wanted to shout out real quick before I get into my analysis. Did you have something important to say? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. I thought you were about to talk, so it's all good. Keep going.
Connor, 10-1, Iowa State to win the Big 12. How are you feeling?
Plus 450 to make the Big 12 title game, so cash that this past weekend. But 10-1, it's a great bet, great ticket to have from the preseason. I will be hedging.
I
will be.
In all seriousness, so BYU was dead to me 2 weeks ago when they sold the parlay, and then they got back into my good graces last week when they beat Houston to get Iowa State here. But I think it's everything that you said, Karter. Iowa State has the 119th rush defense via PFF, 120th in tackling. Now, conversely, Arizona State has the 132nd pass rush, 82nd in tackling. I do think Arizona State's just going to be able to run all over. There's not a lot here that points to the favor of Iowa State. I think it's Arizona State. Iowa State does favor the pass while Arizona State favors the run. So I think maybe if Rocco Becht has some time in the pocket to let plays develop, since Arizona State's pass rush is so bad, maybe that's their pathway to success. I don't think it's very likely. Arizona State's defense isn't great, but if they can just chew clock, play the time of possession game, I think this should be an easy win for Arizona State.
Yeah, I'll be brief here. Cam Scadaboo, like you guys said, 1,900 yards this year, 19 total touchdowns, 5.7 yards per carry. He's seen over 20 carries in all but 3 games, and he's had 147 or more rush yards in 5 of his last 7. He's been on a heater. Iowa State's defense, Dylan said it, allowing 174 rush yards per game. That's a mismatch. Plus, Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson have formed a pretty nice connection this late in the year. If Tyson does play, I think he's a little banged up. He's questionable with a collarbone injury. If he does play, that's a little play action, get the run game going. That's a nice connection there. I like Arizona State here. I really do think we don't need to overthink it. It's a mismatch on the ground. And Rocco Becht, I'll give him credit. He's a gamer. He's tough. He makes big plays. He seeks out contact on long third down runs. Like, he is a gamer. I think he keeps it close. I just feel like Arizona State wears them down, time of possession. And last time Iowa State played an elite running back, Kansas, Devin Neal, they gave up 237 total rush yards. Devin Neal had 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6.5 yards per carry. I think this is a mismatch on the ground. Love Rocco Becht. Love what Iowa State's done this year. This is a bad matchup for them.
Connor, you mentioned the Kansas game, and that's exactly what I was going to point to. You already mentioned the Devin Neal stat. Who are the best run teams they've played against this year? Who are the best running backs they've played against this year? It's Devin Neal, it's Taj Brooks from Texas Tech, and it's probably Harvey from UCF, and then maybe you have Giddens and Avery Johnson from Kansas State after that. Harvey, 25 carries, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns against them. They still pulled that game out as in a miracle way in the last second. Taj Brooks, 25 carries, 122 yards. Cam Scadaboo is on that level with Devin Neal, with Taj Brooks, and with those guys. I just think he's gonna probably run for 200 yards in this game, run all over.
Why wouldn't he? Give him 30 carries. Seriously.
Kenny Dillingham, these guys are locked in. You saw they could have easily fallen down a little bit against Arizona, against a rival. It was all gas, no brakes. They didn't stop for a second. I think it's Arizona State here. No questions asked. Ben is also on Arizona State here, so put the game day graphic out. Quick score prediction, Dylan.
I would go Arizona State. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Neither team can tackle. Arizona State 34, Iowa State 31.
Close game.
Oh, close.
Yeah. I like Arizona State here by a touchdown. I think 27-20.
I think this could get a little uglier because I think Iowa State's going to be forced to throw the ball, which they can have success because I think Arizona State's going to get out to an early lead, and I think that could put them in a little bit of trouble, and then Arizona State can shoot clock like Dylan mentioned. Give me Arizona State 37, Iowa State 21. I think they can just run away with this one.
I think that's fair. And I think I said 27-20. I think it'll be one of those scenarios where it's a 2-possession game. Iowa State scores with a minute and a half left, and Arizona State kneels it out. So I feel like the final score might not reflect how the game script actually went.
I love
a little scary, though, all of us being on Arizona State. A little scary.
A little scary.
That's
and
okay.
on Texas. We've been good as a college game day show. When we get
Yeah,
the game
that's
day
fair.
graphic, we're all together. We've been actually pretty good this season.